Observing a class, different teachers may be attracted and captivated by various factors in the teaching session. Therefore, for consistency and clarity in implementing observation methods, assessment through student portfolios, products, and activities, teachers should define evaluation criteria as behavioral indicators, expected characteristics based on the required qualities and competencies. The number of evaluation criteria should be moderate, appropriate for the teacher's memory capacity, and should not be overly abundant. Evaluation criteria need to be organized in a logical sequence, forming checklists, scales, or rubrics. For example, when organizing an activity for students to measure their head circumference to make a hat, the teacher can define some evaluation criteria as follows. Did the student choose an appropriate measuring tool? Meaning, for measuring head circumference, students should use a tape measure instead of a ruler or a rigid plastic ruler. Did the student position the measuring tool correctly for the measurement? Did the student correctly state the measurement of the object? These indicators allow the teacher to assess students' competence in using mathematical tools and resources. It's also important to note that a behavior exhibited by a student may be an expression of the synthesis of various component competencies. The selected indicators for evaluation should align closely with the specified learning objectives for the lesson, topic, or grade level. With a checklist, in addition to the column of criteria or indicators, there are usually two columns for yes and no, corresponding to two levels of assessment. However, using only two levels of assessment can lead to leniency or disadvantage for the learner. Therefore, evaluation criteria are often refined, with at least 3 levels of assessment. In that case, the checklist becomes a scale if the descriptions of the assessment levels are used uniformly for all criteria in the table. Or it becomes rubrics if the assessment levels are described separately for each criterion in the table.